Welcome back, everyone. So, a crazy thing just happened yesterday, and to be honest, if you are an iPhone user in any capacity, I would highly recommend you guys to update, and that is updating your iPhone to iOS 14.5. Any iPhone that you have, there are so many crucial things within this update that, in my opinion, it's worth talking about again. I made all those videos yesterday talking about this update, and it is such a crucial update. First of all, it brings one very important thing that is in and of itself the biggest change. Of course, you're getting like newer emojis and more stability, and on these newer iPhones, like I think it's actually faster in my opinion for my tests. The most important thing is the app transparency tracking thing. So if we make our way to our iPhone, you can only do this if you're on 14.5. That's why it's so important. In order to update, you want to go into general settings and you just want to make sure you're on iOS 14.5. So now at this point, once you're updated, the new tracking capacity, capability, whatever thing, it's such an important thing. So what you want to do is you want to make your way to settings. Once you're updated to 14.5, you want to click privacy, you want to click tracking, and right here is the most important thing with this update. So as you can see, right there we get a little toggle that says allow apps to request to track. So what does this mean? This essentially means we're giving the access for apps to ask us for access for our specific apps. So before they would just ask us for access, do you want to allow tracking, allow this or that? We would essentially click allow or not allow. Sometimes we'd have to actually opt out. Now in this case, Fruit Ninja is I guess the only app that's even asked me or whatever. So what I can do is I can go ahead and disable which apps actually get my data, which ones I give permission to use my phone for basically. But as you can see, I can go ahead and toggle the whole thing off. So now these apps won't even be able to get access to anything from my device for the most part, at least my personal user data. Now, Apple has a really good little section right here that says allow apps, whatever, it just says whatever. You can click learn more right here, and it essentially breaks down exactly a couple of more details of what's in this specific, update for the most part. So tracking, Apple requires app developers to ask for permission before they track your activity across apps or websites they don't own in order to target advertising to you. So essentially, like we've all been saying, this is why Facebook and all these other app developers had a humongous problem with it, because it somehow affects their advertisements that they can send to their advertisers. So keep that in mind. I won't read the whole thing to you because it's fairly robust, but essentially you have this capability now. You didn't have this capability before. So this, in my opinion, is the most important reason to update. And in my opinion, if you have an iPhone, as long as it's supported still with iOS, if you're rocking an iPhone 6 or below, it's not going to work. But if you have an iPhone 6s or an iPhone that came out in 2015 or newer, you have support for this update. So I would recommend you guys to go update your device and make sure you either have this disabled or you can disable each individual app so they either can track you or not track you and all that good stuff. This is by far, I think, one of the most important updates within iOS. Apple kind of promised this like officially when they initially announced iOS 14 in terms of the beta. That was almost a year ago. We finally have it, and I would highly recommend you guys to go ahead and update your iPhone. And pretty much like I mentioned, if you are an iPhone user, this is a feature that you have to have. Of course, if you want to jailbreak, stay on a lower version. But this by far, I think it is the most important update Apple has pushed out since iOS 14. So keep that in mind, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.